love lives here.
Hi, Dinah here. I don't know if you saw my reading of Tiger, Tiger, Is It True? And if you didn't, that's fine. But while I was reading that, and the first time I read it, I thought, I wonder what would happen if Tiger had started his day with a positive thought and a positive intention going into his day. Would his day have turned out differently? So I thought that it would be fun to make an intention balloon. So my intentions for the day are in the balloon. And what you do, I will show you, it's an origami project. This was my first one that I did. And I wrote love on one side of the paper, and there's a peace sign on the inside of the paper, on the inside of the balloon. At the time, I didn't know when I started to do the project which side would be on the inside and which side would be on the outside of the balloon. So I was either going to have a love-filled peace balloon, or, as I have now, a peace-filled love balloon. And either way is lovely. It's a good day to have love and peace in your day. So that was my first project, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So I start with the square of paper, and this square of paper I made myself in the other project, in the other video, how to make a square from a rectangle. And you can see it's already got one diagonal line there. And I'm going to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a few folds, diagonal and then another diagonal. And a great way to do this with origami is you start in the middle like that, and then you go out. If you start on one side and go to the other, sometimes it comes out crooked. So this will make, when I'm doing the other folds that I need to do, a little bit simpler. So then, to do this project, I'm also going to fold it in half this way. So there's two ways you can hold it in half. You can fold it in half into rectangles, or you can fold it in half in triangles. And I'm going to do all of these folds just to make my life a little bit easier for when I go to do a little bit of a tricky fold. So, okay. So now, this is the next step. This is the second step in your balloon, but I want to show you what I did. And I made this balloon, and so it's got all these crazy folds in it. All right? So this is how I colored my paper. I colored the paper on one side, and then colored it on the other side. And as I was coloring it, I was thinking, what does this make me feel? And flowers like this make me very joyous. So this is my joy side, and this is my love side. So depending on how I fold it, I will either have a joy-filled intention love balloon, or a love-filled joy balloon. So this is the first step in folding, is you fold in actually doing the project. So you fold it in half, like that. And then the next step, and the reason I did all of those folds I showed you earlier, the next step is kind of a little tricky. You take this diagonal fold, so that fold that you did earlier, take this diagonal fold and you bring it over and open it up, and you press that fold down like that. Make sure you have all of your folds nice and crisp. Okay, then the next step is to turn your paper over and do the exact same thing with this flap. So I'm kind of puffing that out, and I'm bringing this over, and you can see that those folds helped me get what I need straight, right? There we go, and there we go. And actually, you can see that mine is not exactly perfect, and that is okay. So the next step is you've got these, you can see it's like that, right? So the next step is to fold up these corner pieces. So you fold up that side and you fold up this side. Now making sure that you kind of line it up nice and straight there, okay? You can hear my door creaking in the background because my husband's coming in the door. And then you do the exact same thing on the other side. So you turn it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. And fold that up, okay? So now you have this nice square with all these little crazy flaps. The next step is you take this flap, and I like to turn it to make my life a little bit easy, and fold it in to that halfway mark. And you do that on both sides of the square or diamond, okay? Then you turn it over and you do the same thing on this side, just like you do the other steps. You know, do one side, do the other. Okay? So now you have this kind of almost like a frog shape, huh? A frog body shape. Now this is the last step before you're going to blow into your balloon. And these little flaps get folded down like that. And then they get tucked into, I don't know if you can see this. Let me hold it up a little closer. They get tucked into that little space there and folded down. And you fold this flap down. And see how when I folded it, it doesn't go straight across. This I'm lining up here, not across this way. So I'm lining it up here so I can get more flap into the little pocket. And so I'm going to open that up and put that in there. And it's secure now on that side. Smash it. Get a good smash. Okay, and I turn the other side and see I've got those same flaps on this side. I'm going to fold that down. And I'm going to put that in the little pocket. And the same thing with this one. See, lined up, fold it down, and then into the little pocket. So now I have my balloon is all ready to be blown up. So now I'm going to hold my balloon, and it looks like I have a love-filled joy balloon, because remember the flowers are my joy. And you can see one side is closed, a little point, and the other side has a little opening. So you just kind of pull it open a little bit, okay? And then you're going to put your mouth right there on that little hole and think joyous, loving thoughts, or whatever your intention is for the day. And breathe them into your balloon. Have a joyous, loving day.
Love lives